Now a story about one of America's most prestigious universities, a well-known family, and a legendary American Indian leader. It's a story about secrets and bones and maybe about grave robbery. It's an 85-year-old riddle, and the solution may be hidden in the windowless headquarters of a mysterious society. The secretive Skull and Bones Society was founded at Yale University in 1832, and its members have included the elite of the elite. President Bush is a third-generation bonesman. He follows his father, former President Bush, and his grandfather, former Senator Prescott Bush. That's where the story really gets interesting. Many years ago, it's said Prescott Bush and other bonesmen dug up the grave of the legendary Apache leader Geronimo in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Historian Mark Wortman is the author of a new book about Yale men who served in the Air Corps during World War I. While he was doing his research, he uncovered a 1918 letter from a bonesman that suggests the Geronimo story is more than just legend.
I found it and said, this is amazing. This is quite stunning to see this. It was laid out so clearly in straightforward language, saying we've got Geronimo's skull, femurs, and horse tack, and we've brought it back to the tomb, as they call it, in New Haven.
Located on the Yale campus, the tomb is the windowless sanctum of Skull and Bones. Although the rituals conducted inside are shrouded in secrecy, it's said that to this very day, new members must kiss a skull during initiation rites. Are they kissing the skull of Geronimo?
I think that at the time that they took it, they certainly believed that they had his skull, his femurs. Whether that's true or not, nobody at this point can know for sure until they bring it back out and let it be tested.
Geronimo's great-grandson, Harlan Geronimo, wants answers.
I'm willing to volunteer and have my DNA taken and the DNA from the skull and do a genetic makeup.
Geronimo says he's hurt by the possibility his famous ancestors' bones were stolen and could possibly be a part of student rituals. So now the great-grandson of Geronimo is asking for help from the grandson of Prescott Bush.
I like to see, President Bush get involved in this issue and help return, the remains that was taken and also the artifacts that was taken back to the family, and have a proper burial, and restore the dignity back to my great-grandfather.
For now, the mystery continues. Does the club Skull and Bones have the remains of Geronimo? And if so, will it return them?
If they do have his skull, if they are using it in these kinds of rituals, they need to stop. And they need to understand that they're harming the legacy of Skull and Bones.
Correct. According to Apache tradition, when you desecrated a grave like of this nature, you upset the spirits. And sooner or later, the spirits will come after you. And ultimately, it's going to lead in death. That's what, I was told in our tradition.
Well, we were unable to get any comment on the story from the Skull and Bones Society, but we did get a comment from Yale. Here it is. Skull and Bones is an independent organization that is responsible for its own activities, finances, etc. Like a number of other organizations, Skull and Bones was founded by Yale students, but it's not a part of Yale. They have their own building and they have their own rules. The statement goes on to say, quote, if something illegal were going on, that would be the responsibility of the New Haven police, but we have no reason to think anything illegal is going on, unquote.